Dear students of class 12, Assalamu alaikum. This is the continuation of my previous class based on Unit 15, Lesson 1. There I explained the background, also about Rabindranath Tagore and his Shantiniketan, and also the lesson itself. I summarized and I tried to make a sort of summary so that you can, when you go through the lesson, you clearly understand what did Rabindranath Tagore actually meant by um, writing that an Eastern University. And it's a beautiful uh, mm, prose piece, I should say, where he uh, visualized a sort of university which he dreamt of, and ultimately he materialized through his Shantiniketan. So today I'm going to discuss about the words that might be difficult for you, and together with synonym and antonym of those words. Okay, so you can see in the slides I have given, say hospitality. The synonym can be cordially, generosity, kindness, friendliness, sociability, and antonym, hostility, unfriendliness. Then acquainted, synonym is known, familiar, accustomed. Antonym, unknown, unfamiliar. Then alms, synonym, charity, bounty, donation, gratuity. The word is display. Then synonym, exhibit, show, demonstration, manifest, and antonym is disguise. I would like to mention one point that words are not that difficult, I'm sure that you people will be knowing the words, but sometimes it is difficult to uh, mm, think of synonym or antonym. So if you just go through these, you can have a sort of idea that might be difficult during the exam. Sometimes it doesn't come to our mind. So if you just go through these, it will help you in writing the synonyms and antonyms. Okay, so aristocracy, let me give you the word first and then I will say synonym and antonym. Aristocracy, synonym is nobility, elite, gentry, and antonym is ordinariness. Criticism, synonym, comment, assessment, review. Antonym, praise, compliment. Then the word succumb, synonym, yield, surrender, capitulate, submit. Antonym, gain, resist, overcome. Lure, the word is lure. Synonym, or lure, some people say lure. Tempt, entice, attract, allure. Antonym, repel, deter, rebuff. Next word is humiliation. Synonym, shame, disgrace, embarrassment, indignity, and antonym, respect, honor. Thrust aside. Synonym is shove, push, drive, or in normally we can say put away, when we put away something. Okay? Then antonym, relax. Claimant, synonym, applicant, petitioner, and antonym, disclaimer. The word is disaffection, synonym, animosity, antagonism, hostility, disagreement, aversion. Antonym, amity, contentment, loyalty. The word is grudge, synonym, animosity, grievance, bitterness, resentment. Antonym, favor, regard. Prospective, synonym probable, possible, future, likely. Antonym impossible, improbable. Ulterior, synonym hidden, concealed, secret. Antonym open, overt, explicit. The word is implication. Synonyms suggestion, involvement, connection, repercussion. Antonym disentanglement. Next word is trample. Synonym crush, flatten, walk on. Recoup, this is, I think it might be new to you. The word is, synonym should be compensate, redeem, recover, retrieve, or remunerate. An antonym is lose. Strut, synonym is swagger, prance, parade, flounce. Antonym is trudge or plot. Strut has been used in the book where Tagore, he said that, let me take it out, when he said that it is better to train the muscles of our own legs. It is in the third passage. It is better to train the muscles of our own legs than to strut upon wooden ones of foreign make. That is, strut, here it means that it is better to train the muscles of our own legs. That is, we have to know how to move with our own legs. We have to depend on our own legs than walking with a false leg, okay, or which is made by foreign countries. So all through his lesson here, we understand that he is trying to emphasize the fact that we should have our own education policy, we should have our own culture, we should practice our own culture and tradition. Okay, so in that case, he has used this strut, and it is something when we say that strut upon wooden ones, it is actually when somebody tries to walk in a arrogant manner, in an arrogant manner. Okay, that is known as this swagger or prance or parade, like this. Then the word is perpetual, that is permanent, constant, everlasting, continual. We sometimes say that the peaks of the mountain is covered with perpetual snow. That is permanent, or continuously it is snow covered. Then its antonym should be temporary. Then the word is disseminate. Synonyms: announce, circulate, disperse, scatter, distribute. Antonyms: suppress, gather, collect. Then redeem, save, retrieve, recover, rescue, ransom. And the antonym is surrender. Stagnant, still, static, motionless. Antonyms: dynamic or dynamic, lively. Apt, that is appropriate, suitable, quick, clever, sharp. An antonym is inappropriate. Okay, so these are some of the synonyms and antonyms that I found might be helpful for you. Next, I will be going into the MCQs, okay? The probable MCQs, what sort of MCQs come in our tests or exams. So I have selected a few from this lesson. Let us see. The first one is, why do people of India go to France or Germany to receive education? It is based on this lesson 1 and unit 15 of EFT. So let us see The probable answers: they want to receive foreign degree. B, as they cannot get best education in India. C, to settle in foreign countries. D, foreign degree makes them prepared for better jobs. Can you guess what should be the answer? You can try. Okay, let me give you the answer. It is as they cannot get best education in India. Next we have number 2, question number 2. What degrades out intellectual self-respects? Number A, foreign degrees. B, educational institutions. C, compulsion of necessity. And D, Indian culture. So the answer should be educational institutions, because they try to borrow the education policies from abroad. Number 3, what brings humiliation to the intellectual persons? Number A, probable answers: submitting to the lure of material advantage. B, intellectual self-respect. C, promoting own culture. D, only passing examinations. You may guess. Okay, giving you the answer. Submitting to the lure of material advantage. That is, we are always সে যেটা বাংলায় যেরকম বলা হয়, যেটা আমি এক্সপ্লেন করেছি তোমাদেরকে, যে পড়ালেখা করে যে গাড়ি ঘোড়া চড়ে সে, এই যে ছোটবেলা থেকে we are taught in this way, okay, that if you do this you will be getting that, if you do this you will be getting this. So this type of sort of reward or a sort of promise. So these are actually, it brings humiliation to the intellectual persons. Then number 4, India's educated community at present, what is it according to Tagore? Answer number A is a cultural community. B, provides their children with their own culture. Number C is a community of quality candidates. Or number D, feels proud of its culture. Yes, you are right. According to Tagore, the answer should be the educated community at present. At present means during his time, during Tagore's time. He said, is a community of quality candidates. Then number 5, question number 5, university should be made. Why? That is the answer. Number A, for collecting and distributing knowledge. B, to bring humiliation to the intellectuals. C, to tread the mill of passing examinations. And D, to receive intellectual hospitality. You can guess. Giving you the answer, the last one, yes, to receive intellectual hospitality. Then number 6, man has a natural pride in its own. Probable answers: A, respect. B, aristocracy. C, criticism. D, aspect. You can start guessing. Right, it should be aristocracy. Then number 7, what should be the aim of educational institution? Tagore wanted to make us understand what should be the aim. So answers are, probable answers: A, distributing knowledge. B, creating scholars. C, removing unemployment. And D, to evolve intellectuality. Again, you are right. The answer should be the last one. Number 8, what is absent in Indian education? Answers are given: practical knowledge, qualified teachers, dignity of culture, and employment. Okay, let us see what should be the answer. Dignity of culture. That is, culture is ignored. He laments throughout his essay that culture and our aristocracy, the heritage, all these things have been ignored. Okay, number 9. In the text, borrowed feathers refers to. You might be remembering what should be, where it is, that he says that in the end of the first passage, you will notice they encourage us to make a foolish display of decorations composed of borrowed feathers. So, what does it mean? Number A, others' intellect, B, decorate wing, number C, token of respect, and number D, plume. Okay, the answer is others' intellect. Then number 10, what is responsible for the deviation of education? Number A, distributing knowledge, temptation of material advantage. Number C, disaffection to education. And number D, lack of employment. You can guess. Okay, the answer is temptation of material advantage. That I said before, that we are always presented with a sort of maxim. Okay. Then number 11. Like European education system, we have arranged what? Let me find it out. It should be there in the fourth passage, just the last sentence. So what are the probable answers? Teachers, furniture, system, environment. Yes, you have guessed right. The answer should be furniture. That is, we have all the furnitures of European universities except the human teacher. Number 12. The living spirit of European university is spread on their number A, literature, B, society, C, parliament, D, all of them. Correct. The answer should be all of them. Literature, society, parliament. That is the living spirit of university, European university. It has all the elements. Number 13, how should be the universities according to Rabindranath Tagore? Number A, it should be mechanical. Number B, it should be for collecting education. C, it should be for distributing education. And number D, it should be for acquiring true knowledge. Okay, go on guessing. Okay, let us see. Yes, the last one, it should be for acquiring true knowledge. 14. The phrase dead specimens can be replaced by inoperative, useless, unimportant, unnecessary. So where do we get it? It is just, you see the second last passage. It says that the greater part of our learning in the schools has been waste because for most of our teachers, their subjects are like dead specimens of once living things. So it should be, what should be the answer? Right, it should be inoperative. That is, it is of, no more it is of any importance or use. It is no longer operative. Okay, so now we can discuss. So these are some of the MCQs that I wanted to make you understand that what are the types or what kind of MCQs we might get in the exam. Now we will be discussing some open-ended questions. Okay, so first one is what do you understand by mechanical organizations? Okay, so and you have to understand that these are short questions and you cannot write a page or half a page for the answers. Okay, it can have 3-4 sentences. According to the question, you will have to answer. What is, it should be precise, it should be concise, but also it should be it should have all the points. I mean, the answers should contain all the points. It should address all the points that have been asked in the question. So here it will be a short one. What is mechanical organizations? It refers to an organization that aims at merely distributing knowledge with certificate as its testimony, and where there is not much involvement of critical thinking and knowledge. That is, it is concerned only for distributing certificate. Okay, distributing knowledge with a mere certificate. That is known as mechanical organizations. That is, there is no scope of involvement of the spirit of the learner. Then number B, what is intellectual hospitality? That is, it should be the quality of creating an environment that is congenial for intellectual development of people, which is known as intellectual hospitality. That is not only certificate, but it should also have, it should aim to develop a person intellectually. Okay, number C, what are India's alms balls of knowledge? So here we can say that educational institutions in India are India's arms ball of knowledge. They lower people's intellectual self-respect by making students learn things without heart, that is without having any sort of feeling and critical thinking, and make a stupid display of ideas which are not essentially Indian but rather borrowed. I told you that this sort of lament or this type of sort of what should I say, regret is felt throughout the essay by our poet Rabindranath. Okay, number D. What changes have taken place in Indian education in recent years, and why does Tagore disapprove of it? Okay, once the sole aim of education in India was to provide students with a culture which was the product of Indian thought and creation. Then it underwent a change. Education then emphasized on learning and inventing rather than simply committing and vomiting in exams for something of materialistic value. Okay, in modern India, the scenario is opposite. Students are made to develop ideas which are not essentially Indian but borrowed, which are not the true representations of truth. That is why Tagore disapproves it. And of course, you have to think that it has been told, or it has been, the questions are also according to Tagore. What did he think during that time? So you have to keep it in mind that it is not, although we are saying sometimes in present tense, but it was actually Tagore's idea and what was happening in then India, okay? That is during his time. Okay, number E. Why does Tagore disapprove the sentence, quote, knowledge is power? Okay, quote should not be there, that is sentence, knowledge is power, okay. So this is actually, I'm telling you, I think I discussed it earlier, that this statement, knowledge is power, it's a sort of bribe, okay, that promises something more rewarding than knowledge. Okay, that the statement implies that acquisition of knowledge is needed for attainment of something of higher value, uh, that is materially you will be benefited. Okay, so this Rabindranath believes should not be the case. Actually, we should be interested in acquiring knowledge. We should love knowledge itself. We should not think of what will be the consequence of attaining knowledge. So that was his idea. He disapproved this, that knowledge is power. It should not be used as a sort of bribe or sort of promising something beyond knowledge. Okay. The number F, truth not only must inform, but inspire. Okay, this is quite a beautiful thing, I should say, that truth should stimulate people to think deeper, okay, to be amazed at reality and to discover more rather than simply loading the mind of the young learners, okay, with innumerable thoughts or ideas of no real value. So he wanted that there should be spirit there inside this knowledge, that it should not be only um, uninteresting, dull, boring chapters. Rather, it should stimulate people, it should stimulate students or young learners to think something uh, deeply, or they will have a sort of encouragement so that they can think deeply, they can get into the subject. Okay. Number G, what is the function of university according to Tagore? Okay. Mm, According to him, the objective of a university should be the pursuit of truth. And universities should be free, where teachers and students can question, they can criticize, and refine their ideas, okay, constantly. Academic teaching should not be simply teaching some facts that I told you just a few minutes back, that it should be not only, it should not be some facts figured out centuries ago, but a pursuit of the subject taught. There should always be a sort of search for something more, something deeper. And that was the aim, actually. That was the aim of Tagore, and that is why through materializing this aim, okay, of his, or I should say, this dream came into being through the establishment of Shantiniketan. He wanted to make it very different from the usual universities. And that is why if you just go there, if you pay a visit when you go to India, sometimes you can see that how the place itself is so different from other universities, and how the uh, teachers are sitting outside, how they are taking their classes, okay, and most of the cases we see that there is a sort of circular arrangement of seating of the students, where nobody is getting the preference. Say we in a normal classroom there are rows, okay, first row, second row, third row, but there we see that the students sit in a circular arrangement, so that everybody can have the glimpse of the teacher in the same way. And that is actually a very modern way of uh, mm, uh, classroom, okay. even in USA, when I had a training, I went there and I found that there the classrooms are arranged in that way. That is the circular pattern. The students are seated in that way. So it's really something great that it in the same way we see in Shantiniketan, uh, say more than 100 years ago, there Tagore thought of uh, that arrangement in a classroom. And moreover, uh, he had such creativity that he wanted to take his students near nature. Okay, so they just had their classes, and still they are having the classes outside under the huge trees. Okay, then we have um, number 8. What do you mean by best products of the Indian mind? The phrase, the phrase best products of the Indian mind, it refers actually to the great men in India who have achieved reputation all over the world for their invention, works, and actions that have upheld Indian cultures. Okay. Then number I, what do you mean by borrowed feather? Okay, this borrowed feather, it refers to foreign education policy, system, books, other materials, and teaching techniques, and testing and procedures. Okay, all the universities of India borrow all these of the European university, ignoring the cultures and practices and tradition and heritage of India. Okay, number J. What do you mean by trade the meal of passing examinations? Trade the mill. I'm sure all of you know treadmills. Okay, nowadays you people are, I think, quite um cautious about your health, and so it is the same thing, tread the mill. That is the phrase tread the mill, it indicates mechanical education where students take test for certificate, not for intellectual development. I meant that it is the same spelling, that tread the mill, although it has nothing to do with the exercise machine, but it says that it actually implies that mechanical education where students take test for certificate and not for their own intellectual development. Their education is like trade and business, where they only run after profit, not for achievement. That is achievement of the soul. Okay. Number K. How is a teacher compared to a lamp? Well, a lamp removes darkness, and similarly, knowledge of a teacher removes the darkness of ignorance. In this angle, a teacher is like a lamp. That is to remove the darkness of the soul. Uh, the teacher always tries, okay, and always tries to illuminate the minds of the young learners. That is why a teacher has been compared to a lamp. Then the last one, what are the qualities of a teacher according to Tagore? Well, a teacher cannot uh, teach very well unless uh, he learns very well about uh, his or her own subject, and moreover, he or she should be enlightened, skilled, and updated. That is always teachers have to uh, work on improving their knowledge, updating their knowledge, okay? And it should have a sort of uh, mm, learning which is living. It should not go or it should not use uh, mm, uh, inoperative or useless things, okay? That is, it should not be like a dead cage. So his knowledge should be living, which will quicken learning of the students. So this is how you should be answering the questions. Okay, I have tried to figure out some of the questions that might be um, suitable for this lesson, and I hope you will be able to answer in a nice way, and you should be preparing for your upcoming exams, and also for your what should I say, HSC exam. Okay, you have test, and you have pre-test, then test, and then the HSC exam. And I must say that um there are, I told you about Shantiniketan, okay, and the Vishwabharati University. So you will be surprised to know the famous alumni of Vishwabharati, and it includes Indira Gandhi. All of you must be knowing Indira Gandhi. Then the politician, the great politician of India. Then Professor Amartya Sen, okay, who received Nobel Prize in economics, and then the famous film director Satyajit Roy, okay, and the um, singers of India, Konika Banerjee. Then in our country we have Rizwana Chaudhary Bonna, the famous Tagore. Uh, she sings Tagore songs. You must be knowing. And also, you must have heard of Sayyid Mujtaba Ali, who was a journalist and a writer. So they are some of the alumni of Vishwabharati University. So I think this is what I had to say. So have a nice time learning all this and going through the lesson. I hope you will enjoy the lesson. And as the pandemic is going on, you should all be very cautious. You should stay home, you should stay happy, and you should stay healthy. Okay, thank you.